Hi, I'm Joni Schultz.
And I'm Shannon from the group VBS team, here today to show you Kingdom Rock.
I know, and this is the most exciting part when kids walk inside the door and they encounter this metal
portcullis.
Okay, I never knew what that was, but anyway, this is what it is, and guess what? It's not really metal, even though it looks like it.
It does perfect.
It is
duct tape, our absolute favorite duct tape.
You can make anything out of duct tape, isn't this great? And we found out there's some secrets to doing this.
There are some secrets to doing this. First of all, you want to lay it out sticky side up. You're going to need kind of a big room. You're going to want to dust a little bit because duct tape sticky side attracts everything. So you're going to want to put it sticky side up and make sure that you secure the bottom so that you get a nice edge there.
Right, and you'll want to make all of the, the vertical lines first. So do all of the long lines first.
Yes, and then you're going to go across and do the horizontal ones and then cover it up so you get a nice seal.
Yep, so it's tape on tape.
Tape on tape, and then we just dolled it up with some Sharpie dots to give it a real look.
Even though it looks like metal nails or whatever that they used in the times of making castles.
It does. Much safer for kids. They can walk right in, and kids have loved coming into Kingdom Rock this way.
Oh, Shannon, don't you just love this brick heavy fortress wall?
It's phenomenal, and the best part is it cost us almost nothing to do this. If you can believe it, this entire wall is made out of pizza boxes that were
donated and painted with like one base color.
Yes,
and then
went over them with gray. It hardly took any time with the big roller.
And what I love is actually this was all put together by one little girl who was 5 years old. So I tell you, you can recruit any age of volunteers to help you make this incredible castle wall.
Absolutely, and if you have a facilities team at your church that sometimes has some stringent rules about what you can and cannot do to your walls.
You all can relate to that.
Yes, this is not secured by anything other than tape and this PVC pipe. So it's completely freestanding, not gonna hurt the wall at all. When we're done with VBS, we're gonna take it down. It'll be like it was never, ever there.
And you know, our little field test finding, we make the mistakes so you don't have to. We learned that these, and I think this makes it look even more authentic.
It does.
Are these PVC pipes that actually hold it in place, so you've got an extra strength to the wall and it works out great.
Yes, we spray painted it so it looks like iron. Very, very authentic.
And then you can decorate this however you want to, with little turrets with other size boxes, and I love the color of the flags and that cloth, which is great. And speaking of cloth, take a look at our moat here.
This water fabric, if you have been with Group VBS for a while, we have used this water fabric absolutely everywhere. Waste not, want not. So here it is today as a moat here at Kingdom Rock.
I tell you, we can recycle things and you can use them all the time, so it's always wise to pick up on those things. Well, in addition to that, well, the rocks you can find hopefully anywhere around you, but let's take a look at another thing that you can recycle. Let's take a look at this moat and the drawbridge.
The drawbridge.
Shannon,
this is one of my absolute
you might recognize this.
Favorite things. If you were with us in High Seas, you might recognize our rope that we used absolutely all over. We've redone it here,
so crazy.
Spray painted it silver.
And so, it looks like it's metal.
It does, it's amazing. And the drawbridge is just made out of some cedar fencing and some 1x2s that again, we spray painted. Love spray paint. The best.
But I love this. You've always dreamt of having a picket fence. Well, if you've got such a thing, you can just turn it into
absolutely,
your own
and the
little
kids
drawbridge.
can walk right on it. So very, very durable. You can't hurt it.
And they love it. They love coming across and entering into the
kingdom.
Yeah, yeah. And okay, here's another one. This is crazy, Shannon. See these flags that look like they're all blowing in the wind? These furling.
Wonderful
flags. Okay, and here it is, in the shape of a flag, cardboard.
It's cardboard,
and
then
the fabric.
Dollar bins at Walmart.
And also Goodwill, thrift shops, whatever. All these kind of leftover crazy fabrics that maybe nobody would use otherwise.
Anything you've got. All we did here is some spray adhesive on one side, and on the back we secured it with hot glue. So super easy, no sew flags.
I love it. And it looks like the flags are always furling. It's great. And lots of colors, and that helps to add to the energy of your...
And then my personal favorite as a single girl, my knight in shining armor. I've waited so long for him to come, and here he is at Kingdom Rock.
And really, your knight in shiny armor is really easy to put together.
So easy to put together.
Shannon, you can have one, your very own.
The base of my knight here is basically a paper doll that we just cut out of wood and then used chicken wire to give him some beef.
So kind of like a scarecrow kind of thing out of wood. You
Absolutely.
just make a little human shape.
And then here we have, again, my favorite, duct tape. We have metallic duct tape now, so perfect.
And silver foil, whatever you want to do to use your creativity. And it's chicken wire that you kind of build around so he can be.
It is. I've got to tell you, this silver sleeve here that you see, when we built our set, this is what we peeled off the back of the foam. Oh. So if you can peel that off in one sheet or some large chunks, you can absolutely reuse it.
So you get really, when you buy that foam, you get twice as much for your money.
Another Shannon's treasure.
That's great. Great. And this is also just a little cardboard shield, which is just lots of fun. And I look how easy it is to just make that nice cross shape. Shannon, when we have these great flags, one of the things I worry about is you can make these things, but then how do you make them secure so they don't flop all over?
How do you stand them up? So we came up with these bases. And again, if you've been with Group VBS for a while, we use these every year for something. So you can always redo them.
And they're nice and sturdy and
very sturdy. Yeah. So what we did to make this very affordable is this is just a concrete tube that we cut off, filled with concrete, and again, our PVC pipe. So what you're gonna do is get just a slightly larger PVC pipe for the bottom, spray paint it, of course, so it looks authentic, and then this just fits right inside.
And you can place them anywhere. They're sturdy, but they're not too heavy that you can move them wherever you want to have these flying flags. And
absolutely.
It looks really cool. Oh, take a look at this. I love this. And if you're into decorating at all, you know how beautiful sconces can be on your wall. Okay, this is like totally crazy to me. This is a poster board.
Yes.
Just curled, so you make little strips and then curl them, and so they look like wrought iron. And I love this for your glowing torch in your sconce is one of those nice little red
Solo cups.
Yep, and a little bit of flame made out of tissue paper, and you have your Kingdom Rock torches. Here's what I love about Kingdom Rock. Take a look at this hallway. It is so simple to do. It's just all of this just plastic sheeting.
Yes, it's our brick wall scene setter, again, available for purchase from Group. Roll it out. Actually, our youth group did this. So put it up, duct tape, very simple.
And what I love about it, it's so lightweight that it doesn't take a lot of heavy sticking or gluing. It's just taped to the wall. And here's another cool thing is I see here that we put little windows, cut things out, put our flags, put our sconces, so that you've got this little adventure just walking down the hall.
Looks very realistic and very affordable to cover a huge space.
It did, and I watched the kids when they walked in, literally jaw-dropping. Their eyes were just popping and their jaws were dropping because this is so cool. They're in their actual castle at Kingdom Rock.
Absolutely, it feels very vast.
Yes.
A lot of bang for your buck.
All right, here's another fun little tip for you. Now you can look at this little knight on his
trusty steed.
His trusty steed, and it looks like, hey, that looks kind of short and small and done. Think of it from a kid's perspective, coming down the hall.
Eye level.
Isn't it? It's eye level, and it's really lots of fun for kids to see that. And talk about this. This is Cora Buff.
It is, and again, if you've been with Group VBS, we use this Cora Buff time and time again, so you can save it and just recycle it in a million ways. But this is something we haven't done with it before. We wanted to give it a little bit of dimension, so instead of just using it straight the way it is, we cut around the rocks. So simple, but it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, so instead of that straight look, this makes it really feel like it's real.
Yes, absolutely realistic.
Great.
Well, you know me,
I want to
Joni.
get in this door, the castle door. Yeah.
We're here at Group VBS. We are always looking for ways to pinch pennies, save a buck. So again, this is something I have used and reused time and time again. Weatherwood Cora Buff. So actually was first seen at Crocodile Dock, then reused in High Seas Expedition, and then reused again at Rocky Point Lighthouse. And here we have it at Kingdom Rock, our castle doors.
The giant, hefty looking door. And here's the other cool part. It's just accented with this like black tag board, poster board.
Tag board and duct tape.
Yay! And the little handles, again, I love how this can look like wrought iron. I've never thought of that before. And this just makes it look heavy and sturdy and strong for entering into Kingdom Rock. All right, here is another way, so simple, to make these rooms. This happens to be Imagination Station, and we've used the Cora Buff with the brick so it looks like this castle wall. And here's the simple part about adding color. Notice the beautiful, just colorful fabric that we put everywhere, and that just adds that hint of color so it isn't just gray or brown, but nice and colorful, and you can get those fabric swatches everywhere at the, in the bins at,
Dollar bins, craft closet, whatever you have.
Yep. And so then you can have that just create the backdrop for your shields, your coat, tell us about how this shield is.
These are so exciting. Well, for those of you who know about group publishing, we are in Colorado, and we often have snow in the winter in Colorado.
And you may too.
You may too, wherever you are, but I'm sure everyone has a sled. That is what this is. This is a sled that we've just turned upside down, taped it off with some painter's tape, spray painted. And the best part is it still works as a sled. You haven't hurt it at all. Kids can still use this winter.
That's right. And this last weekend, I actually was at a garage sale and saw all these sleds that people were selling there for like pennies. And so that's another place to look for these kind of things. If you don't have them in your garage, you can find them in somebody else's.
Big, very impressive shield. Well, here's something that's really important at churches, because we're doing this in an actual church, of course. This was a Sunday school classroom. And
Full
so
of
there's
Sunday school things.
Sunday school things, crafts, and various things. So what we've done here is hung this fabric, and behind it lies all of the things you would never want your friends to see. But we've just secured it with tape. So very, very simple. And then also takes away the step of having to clear all of this out of the room.
Right.
And then
so
bring it back
easy.
in. It's still here.
Just make it a colorful
Just don't
wall.
see it.
And what I also hear are there's some pencil sharpeners and things on the wall here too. And you don't have to remove it.
Nope.
Just put on this beautiful wall.
Cover it right up.